Hey guys, this is Narcoleptic Cheetah, and this is episode 4. I'm going to be completely honest here, and during the recording of the actual show here, we managed to run into some mic difficulties. So, this is all being recorded after the fact, but I'm going to try to line it up as much as possible. So, here we've got a slight problem with our sorting system. The macerator and the electric furnace are taking up so much power when they are running that the MFE is running out of power, and our generator, our semi-fluid generator, is not working well enough. I'm pretty much panicking and explaining here how things are working, and so this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to build some more generators. We're gonna work on the geothermal generator, and actually I think even off camera I do a little bit of tweaking to it. I'll go over that a little bit, but for now I'm just going to again try to keep up. Like I said, we're running out of power. What I'm showing right now is that I had to take all the overclockers out of the machines to make it keep up, but now the hoppers are filling up, and they're going to fill up the ender chests. Once the hoppers fill up, they won't filter into the hoppers anymore. They'll fill up the ender chest, and then we'll lose a lot of items. So I'm kind of in a rush here. And we're going to move to geothermal generators, which run off of lava. So grabbing the glass, gonna make a lot of tanks. There's not a whole lot of glass there, so we're searching up the tanks. We're searching up the tanks to make a huge tank, just like the oil tank I showed you guys. And so every 8 glass makes 1 tank, yeah. And we need like 100, so I'm gonna just throw everything in there, just like I showed you guys last time. And I have 9 tanks now, which I'm figuring that out. So we go grab some sand. And then we're going to throw those into the hoppers to smelt up some glass, I do believe. And then once we throw that in, we'll be set to go to at least start making some tanks. Yeah, there we go. Oops. It takes me a couple tries here to figure out to do that with that. And again, I'm in panic mode. It's like 4 a.m. trying to figure out how to do things, and it's not working. So, and you can see it's just the hoppers have filled up there, and the copper and the iron are not filtering at all. Neither is any of the other ores, so it's really a mess, and I'm really kind of realizing just exactly how much of a mess it is. So empty it into my inventory, go sort it out myself, but ultimately we need it to do the glass and not what it was doing. So this is kind of a frantic run back and forth. Make sure I've got enough glass. Throw it again into the project table, and then it'll just make as many as it can. And then I think I actually leave that one for now, because I know I need so many more than I have. So I've got 21. It's enough to start going downstairs and filling up the tanks. Let's see here. Or not filling up the tanks, just putting the tanks down. So I'm going to start at level 16, go up to where we are there. So one of the problems here is there's a bunch of water in the basement. A lot of water in the basement. So placing the tanks becomes difficult, as you're about to find out. So I have to hover, half stay in, hopefully not place it in the wrong space, but I think I do a couple of times. Yeah, right there I do, and it's really kind of a hassle, but at the same time, I am completely wiped out and tired. I want to go to bed, but we've got to do this. And see, I do it several times, and I'll just come back for the tanks. But, and honestly, we'll probably cut this part just so you can see how difficult it is. But, you know, you don't want to watch me going back and forth trying to place these tanks. Okay, so that's as far up as 35 or 34, 35 tanks reach. So now we go back up, grab some more glass, make some more tanks, come back down, rinse, repeat until it's full up, and then we'll have to do the geothermal generator. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is cut right here, and we'll fade back in once we're building the generator. Alright, and we are back. We're getting into the thermal generator, and I kind of realizing, okay, hey, the geothermal generator is pretty easy. We get some empty cells here, a couple the glass on the side there, and you got a couple refined iron, I think, at the bottom. That's pretty easy. Then you have to do the generator at the very bottom. So that is an RE battery with an iron furnace and refined iron in the middle. Iron furnace is pretty easy, just 8 iron. We need the RE battery, which I believe is tin and redstone, maybe a copper wire. Whatever reason, when you click on it in the recipe, it doesn't work, but when you search for it, it does. So, like I said, tin, redstone, copper wire. So, grab the materials. I had none of this prepared because, like I said, it was kind of checking in on it and then realizing that nothing was keeping up, and I had 16 turtles already going, couldn't stop them where they were. We wanted to quickly get this done so that everything would be able to keep up. The unfortunate side effect here is up till about 7 a.m. and you'll see why. We do make this and it works, but there's a nice little twist at the end. So, yeah, still making glass here. Still trying to just totally empty my inventory. Oh, and okay, so I threw the iron in there, so after the glass gets done, the iron will smelt up and create refined iron. Oh, okay. So what I just did there was put the iron in instead of the sand smelting up to glass, so that the iron will turn into refined iron. Just combine the dust there, but iron will combine into smelt into refined iron. We'll get the sand going to glass after that, so I get more tanks. But for now, I think we grab this refined iron. I'm just smelting about half of it, so. And as you can see, we're just running out of power everywhere, which is unfortunate because every time that something happens, I need more. What's even more unfortunate is I apparently forgot about my standard furnaces over on the other wall that I could be using for that stuff. Just throw a bunch in, throw a bunch of coal in, but like I said, I was panicking. It was like 4 a.m. I wasn't thinking my best there. So I got 4 of those little cells for just 410, so that was nice. It was a nice surprise. Here we go. We are doing, what are we doing? Oh, the RE battery. It's just a rechargeable battery there. Grab that. And then, what else do I do? I grab, oh, let's see. We are going to do the thermal, okay, the geothermal generator. So we got our refined iron, the generator. We need the iron furnace, I think. So yeah, we're doing the iron furnace now, just throwing them in. Grab that, put that in the bottom. Now we're making the geothermal generator. put the glass in. Yeah, and then refined iron at the bottom. Just double checking what the recipe is. And oh, I messed up. I needed to make the generator before I made the need to make the generator before I make the geothermal generator. I made the iron furnace, but I didn't make the generator, which I just made there. And now we go in and do the geothermal generator to get things running. So we do the geothermal generator. I guess I lied earlier. We don't fill up the tanks first. We just grab the geothermal generator. And this is where I realized that it requires Invar plates, hardened glass, and that to make Invar you basically have to have Invar. It's kind of an oh crap moment. I don't have any Invar, in case you guys are wondering. So what happens is I panic for a minute and look up, I think where I look up the other recipe. Let's see here. Oh no, I'm looking for Invar and I don't have any. I have a lot of interesting stuff, but I don't have any Invar. No dust, no ingots, no nothing. So we shall do. The other recipe is aluminium. It's also something you have to create, I think, rather than you have to create it out of a bunch of different stuff, and I just don't have it. So here's a little bit of freak out. I might just cut this part out. Again, I'm just freaking out because of what's got to happen. So we do. I don't know if I ever get back to it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut this out. I'm just freaking out. Okay, here we know that there's another. This is where I figure out about the aluminium. I'm like, yes, aluminum plates. So okay, I've got aluminum. I can make plates. I can make aluminum ingots, and I just completely missing it says aluminium. I'm trying to figure out how do you get the aluminium plates, which is ironic because Kazeth just signed in. But anyway, we'll get to that later. But yeah, you just to me it looks like a circular thing. You have to have one thing in order to get the other, and it's all aluminium. You can't combine them. It's not like bronze or brass where you combine two different metals in an alloy furnace and grab it. I know there's a way. I think it's the industrial blast furnace that we just looked at. Oh, it's bauxite, and I don't have bauxite. Anyway, so yeah, we're just SOL at the moment. So this is me figuring out that I'm just gonna do the geothermal generator for now, and get into how to hook that up. Basically just plop it right there next to the MFE, which will mean it'll feed automatically into the MFE. And then we have to get lava into that bad boy. Okay guys, we are back and we are at the volcano, which has lava. It should be like a oil well. There, the very top basically leads down through the volcano into a giant reservoir of lava. So I'm building the dirt stack just like I did with the oil well. Got the pump there. Throw the pump on, and the reason I'm taking that off is because I am going to put on the electric, or not the electric, the redstone engines, just on the 4 sides here. We're going to throw on the ender tank on top, which is fine. And then we're going to use 2 levers to pump. I think I'll grab the glass. Yeah, that's what it is. Remove the formula, but I think I was building other things, so let's grab that extra tank. 9. Beautiful. So it occurs to me after the fact, I think I could have flipped those engines on and it would have filled up that ender tank. I don't think there's another one at the moment anywhere. So I think in fact, I think the ender tank in our inventory is the one from the top of the oil. So if we had turned on the engines, the ender tank on the other end would have filled up, and then it would have pretty much stopped pumping, and there wouldn't be anything wasted. But again, this is probably 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm just not thinking my best at the moment. And we are waiting on glass. It is just going so slow. Oh, okay. The MFE has built up some reserves here, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop in the overclocker to speed things along, to get things pumping along, and then we can use up what reserves it has, pumping out glass so we can make more tanks. I wish I'd known it at the time, but you can actually use zirconium blocks to make a gigantic tank. But it's probably all for the best that I did not know that. Just I needed to get things absolutely done the fastest as physically possible. And so yeah, so there I'm taking out the overclockers because we no longer need them to be overclocking that much and wasting energy. Things will continue to work, but very slowly, and eventually they will overflow. So I'm grabbing the glass, gonna make some more really quick. Oh, it winds up being perfect for 4 more tanks, I think. Or 3 more tanks. I left the recipe in there. Oh well. Yeah, so here we go. So we got 11 total. I think I got distracted for a moment about that large window in the basement, which I don't know what we're gonna do with. Okay, that's close enough. We plop the ender tank on. We flip the valve to make sure it works, that it's, receiving, not transmitting. And then we go back through our portal. So we get back to our volcano quickly. You could see kind of in the brief glitch, or where you could see through the earth, that the pipe has already gone down. So flip those on and it starts pumping. So hopefully it works this time. I think heck? Oh. Okay, you can see it appearing in there and then transmitting out to the other tank. So we're all good, right? Right. Oh, I'm creating a chunk loader. Because all my chunk loaders are being used at the witch farm. At digging out the witch farm, the 16. I do believe it's the 16 turtles are all mining, so I'm having to use all basically whatever I've got going to create me a. See, this is where you create a. And what is it called? A chunk loader. You have to create a what is it called? It's a enchantment table first, and then you have to create the chunk loader from the enchantment table. Right here I'm getting some eyes of ender, or no, not eyes, ender pearls. We're using minium stone plus the iron in that particular pattern, and you can only create 9 ender pearls at a time, but it's better than trying to kill 9 endermen. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab a bunch of iron, throw this into the project table. I'm not really sure why I'm doing that, because you don't. Oh no, you do need 1 ender pearl for the chunk loader. I think I'm just creating a bunch while I've got the minium stones called up. So I ran out of iron before I ran out of minium stone, I think is what that was. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the enchantment table for obsidian, 2 diamonds and a book. That's why I created the book. Then you put the enchantment table on the bottom, surrounded by gold, and ender pearl on top. Pop, grab that. Then we go back to our volcano to plop in that gosh, what is it called? The chunk loader, so that it will always work even when I'm not there. So that's really all you need, basically. But I think here I'm kind of like, I don't understand why chunk loaders has a radius of 2 and then it's 9 chunks, but I will show you guys a little chart that I did that I believe is how it works. It uses the center square of so like a radius of 2 will use the center square and the outside square, and that's 2. And then anyway, it winds up being 9 chunks, and I can show you better with a chart, which I might include on this video. And then so our radius of 3 is actually a 5x5, which is 25 chunks. Wow, that was a terrible spelling. Organzing. So I think what he was just saying is that his items are organized, but his layout is completely unorganized. So that's kind of what I was poking fun at him for. So I'm here trying to check the levels of lava, and there is very, 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 very little in there. Which is disturbing because I don't have anything set up yet. So I'm sitting here going, okay, why is it not going in? And then, oh, we have a very fun time. I might cut here again. Okay, so we're here. I've put in the pipes. The lava is pumping. I had to put in a pump on this end too and make some more redstone engines, but the Lava's pumping into the generator. The generator's making energy, and we're good, right? Not so much. I'll get to that in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.